Madam Chair and members of the committee, my name is Austin James, and I'm with the Missoula Organization of Realtors. Being able to rightfully own private property and having private property rights respected by government is something we hold near and dear to our hearts as Americans. And for multiple generations here in Montana, we've had Montanan farmer and ranchers invest their entire lives in working on the land and make sure that that property was a promise of opportunity to the lives not only for them but for future generations in their family and for their grandchildren and etc. Recognizing how important that investment is, Montana lawmakers made agriculture a part of the subdivision process to be able to protect them, not to be able to punish or hurt them to where they have to go through a lengthy process. When Representative Kemmis proposed that language on the House floor, he said, additional to the agriculture importance, that this specific language is not supposed to be a moratorium, and the bill is not intended to be a moratorium. We should not allow this to stop development. That addition to the quotes that you'll hear of the legislative intent is very important because a moratorium is exactly what it has been in only a few counties. Under current law, 53 of 55 counties within their local governments prioritize private property rights when it deals with agricultural industries, and Missoula County is one of the two that do not. Because of that, a Missoula rancher came into my office, which is why I'm here today to testify and tell his story, as it may help for you to understand why you need to support this. The rancher was a fifth-generation rancher that has done everything possible to continue on his family's legacy. When his mother became ill, he needed to be able to pay medical expenses, and he was, as most farmer and ranchers are, land rich and cash poor. To be able to use the land, he needed to be able to develop a small parcel so that he can continue the operation on all the remaining parcels. After going through the development process, as the way the regulations are right now, not with just the ones that are proposed that are even more burdensome, but the way that it's interpreted in Missoula County made him go through a process that developed 3 times more the amount of land than he originally interpreted to be able to pay the costs of going through to designate certain lands and go through all of the process as Missoula had interpreted it. After subdividing 3 times more land than he had originally interpreted and having less of the land that was passed on to him, this farmer and rancher did not have the same private property rights that would go on in the other 53 of 55 counties. County government should not interpret a fundamental right of Americans as private property owners, and Senate Bill 147 does not change things in the way that that we do business here in Montana. It clarifies to where all counties and all property owners are guaranteed the same rights in which they should be entitled to. Passing Senate Bill 147 is so fundamental because a failure to do so is a failure to respect those who believe that the American dream could be best achieved here in Montana and that the dream would also be able to be carried on to their future legacies.